Another new game? Indeed it is. This is Train Simulator 2016. As you can see, I have a lot of scenarios for this. We're going to be starting with this one. Yes, it is a 3-part series. This is Ice Cream Man Part 1. Part 1 of a free trip along the Port Road, gather your train, and proceed to Dalbeattie with some milk tanks. And we start. Now obviously, a lot of you are thinking, how are you going to juggle all these series? You've got so many going on now. Well, that is a question that has come up to my mind as well. Obviously, yes, you will see that there is a new BR Class 40, number 4145, the pretty much only one, in fact no, sorry, the only one that is preserved on the UK main line. We have a new route in the Hamburg to Lübeck, which is a German one, so I don't think I'll be buying that anytime soon, because I prefer the English to the German. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but obviously I'm from England, so I prefer the trains of England. This is why I'm also not getting the Molsel Valley Colbiners tier either. Yes, a lot of you, for Return to Mardy, I've never actually worked out where that is. I think it's South Wales, but I don't know. But yeah, a lot of you are probably thinking, how are you going to juggle all these series? Well, for the League of Legends stuff, I did play enough of it as it is that I could probably make it, and if I actually recorded every game I had, play on a daily basis, I could probably have about up to episode 50 in about 2 weeks. The Town of Salem stuff I keep playing often enough that I'll probably survive the test of time. And this game I play quite often. It's more the stuff like the Counter-Strike stuff might take a bit of a back burner because I don't particularly enjoy Counter-Strike unless it's with friends. And that's mostly because I find Counter-Strike very difficult. As a person who's come from consoles and console shooters, who then, when he got a PC, went into the relaxing world of these kind of games, like Train Simulator, League of Legends, Town of Salem, not really shooting games. I find keyboard and mouse very difficult, so that series will probably take a lot more of a back burner. There will be put on the back burner for quite a bit. There will still be episodes coming out of it, just not as regularly as everything else. It's a bit like I'll have occasionally the odd video where it's like, oh, look at this is the thing I enjoy. And this loading screen is taking some time. But yeah, that is how the series is basically, well, I say series, the stuff I upload is going to work. I'm going to carry on uploading the stuff that I basically play on a daily basis. Some of the stuff that I don't enjoy as much will take a bit more of a back seat and will probably only be once every 2 weeks. And some of the stuff that I do enjoy playing but I can't really see becoming, well no, isn't really interesting enough to require multiple episodes of it. There are a few games that come to mind when it comes to that. What's a game that comes to mind that probably wouldn't require a couple of, more than multiple episodes to cover it? The Game of Life. Yeah, I own that on Steam. That probably wouldn't require more than one episode to cover everything about it. And that is mostly because of the fact that it's a very simple game, so there will be episodes, there will be stuff like that coming up. Anyway, that is enough of that. Right, here we go. Realistic motion driving mostly. This is Dumfries Shed. Check your route onto the up line. A complex move is necessary to reach the yard and collect your train of wagons. This train has a speed limit of 55 miles an hour. Good luck. So we're going to here. Where are we? points are in all in order. They're not, so we have to go fiddle with that. And we stop the dumpster entry and we can work it out afterwards. Release the brakes. Put the accelerator up. Realise I'm going completely the wrong direction. Back on, because I've just gone wrong completely. Further into the shed, like a spanner. I go minus 75, release the brakes, accelerate again, and reverse. Yeah, with this stuff I have not a clue what I'm doing, so I'm not going to talk about much. The problem I have is I just realised I was using the Class 86 a while ago. And that obviously requires the extra control. I'm used to playing on the simple control. This is not the simple control. This could be 55 minutes. Mental to me. Accelerate again. Oh, bloody we are now basically going to come to a full jet off here. Brakes on. This is a black 5 from the 45440. Put the brakes on, wait for the timer to go. Going to guess that we're going to carry on going backwards, because I don't see why we'd go anywhere forwards. Never mind, we are going to go forwards, but we're going to go up to the platform to go back again to do a complex. Yeah, it did say complex manoeuvre, so yes, we are probably going to go forwards now. Now drill forward onto the down line, and stop at this end of platform 3. Put it forwards, release the brakes, accelerator on, and away we go. And the signal is on green, so we're fine. I'm used to playing this. Yeah, this thing's making a lot of steam. I don't think it's supposed to be making. Now we wait out the time again. Reverse now. I know we're going to end up going backwards after this. That is a dump through. That is a load of wagons. Okay, now reverse to the next marker just beyond the points, accessing the yard. Just go and double check where the task is, make sure. So basically we have to go via Bullocks Bridge down goods. Like I said, I have no idea how to drive this thing. This could end up going horribly, horribly wrong. At the same time, it might not. It will. PSI being that low, I don't think I'm basically going to say no, it shouldn't be that low. I'm expecting it to make a stop in Dumfries, South Riding. I know you're supposed to stop in couple that way, a couple of steps off in South Riding. That's a way. Getting to Dalbeattie is a way around here. This could be an indicator. This would take the time. I have no idea how to drive this. Well, I do need to stop it as well. Stop the loco and check the route, set the good side with 6, and that's the reason. Is it set to such hiding? 6? No, it's not. Now it is. Player, put that in forward. Put the accelerator on. That's why you're not going, because I haven't released the brakes, because I'm an idiot. That helps in the pressure. So since I generally don't know about engines, does that help the pressure, or might just do something? So I braked way too early there. Like way too early. To the point of it got the ridiculous. It doesn't stop accelerating. I don't get it. That'll do. Sent me back a little bit because I was actually in the goddamn wagon, but anyway. Right, good. Now collect the vans and flats in siding 4. This means I need to do this and this. Then bring all the trucks all the way out of the siding. And go and find siding 4 and go and rearrange it so I actually have it. Get that boiler pressure back up as well, and I don't have a clue how to do that. Where is siding 4 anyway? Oh, siding 4 is the one over there. Basically, as soon as we're clear of this junction, we can start braking and flip it over to siding 4 and be done with it. Siding 4, put that into forward, take brakes off, accelerate. And we get a small amount of push forward. Although it keeps accelerating for quite some time afterwards, so we're going to have to get used to that. Miles an hour, a bit too fast for being back into each other. We're going to brake a bit. Brake now. No, that'll do it. I can't control it properly. It's braking way too early. I'm still losing speed, even though I now have it at 100%. Just let it roll into each other though. It's fine at 3 miles an hour. Still great. There you go. That's coupled, I think. No. Now it's coupled. Well done. Now the train must be back out of the yard to south siding 1, where the loco must run around the train in readiness for departure. Basically, stick in reverse again. Release the brakes. And accelerate. Now we have to get back to south siding 1, stop, uncouple the engine, run the engine round, then recouple to the train, and then go to Dalbeattie. They weren't kidding when they said it was a complex manoeuvre to get this milk train ready. We left it, it took us 10 minutes just to get the train sorted out. That might be for speed. That might be for hopefully the signal. Now braked. Now we just sit here and wait for timers. Please uncouple the wagons from your loco and tender. Proceed tender first out of the siding and run round the train via the down goods loop. Move to the shunt limit marker on the up line before returning towards the yard. Okay, so basically how far do we have to go? Quite a way backwards, fair enough. Release the brakes. Off we go. Dumfries South of Shunt limit, 25 miles. I'm concerned that at some point that boiler pressure is going to be an issue. That's the one concern I have. It's like, I don't know, why would you start at 200 and then end up supposed to be like running at like 130? I feel like we had to plug up. This is the problem with not having a clue about what it's driving. I don't have a clue what's happening when someone's driving a big engine or driving what I have no clue what the boiler pressure is doing, whether it's supposed to be doing it or anything. It will be an interesting end to the scenario if you see a train blow up because of boiler pressure. Brake, halt, wait for that. How far is it from here to Dalbeattie? To get everything done is 16 miles away. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep that boiler pressure from blowing up before that happens, oddly enough. Run around the wagon further down Goods Loop. I can only presume it's set up to go around the down Goods Loop. It is indeed. Let's do this with brakes. Accelerate. Accelerate forwards. And there we go again. Yeah, it will be an interesting way to do it. The fact that boiler pressure is now under 100 screams that that's not right. Sorry, but what? Wait. What? That makes no sense. Why does... What? What? Why does... Oh my god. Are you telling me the whole reason I put it on faster than 15 is because you have to change the position of the way with which direction it's going makes you go faster and makes it so that you aren't doing that. Really? Really? Well, that just takes the biscuit, don't it? I have no idea how to rise my boiler pressure now. So I'm just going to attempt to do the 16 miles to Dalbeattie without it blowing up and seeing how quickly we fail. From the guy who plays with simple controls, going to realistic action, what would happen if you were actually riding these things? Can I just say, these things are bloody complicated. Right! Ouch! That's gotta hurt. Very good. We are now ready to depart. Put it into forwards. Press the brakes. And away we go. Eventually away we go. Maybe. Someday. Boiler pressure rising. Excellent. Not blow up. What the heck's that noise? Oh. An up snowplow going at speed. This is probably a lot slower. Bloody snowplows when you think of snow. Probably going a lot slower. Go via journey from platform 3 and go to the stop at that'll be platform 1, which is 15 miles away. That'll be the head shunt, stop the road, drop off the goods, and then stop the head shunt again. You know what? I don't really care about finishing this. Because I don't like it really. I'm just going to shove it. That's really what happened. Boiler implodes. Let's see what happens to the boiler implodes. Stand back to the base. Taking us 25 minutes to get from here, having the train set up and going over there. Where's the next signal? Probably the M5 one here. Request to pass signal at danger approved. Excellent, we can just go straight through them. what I'm going to do is create a cinematic shot of the train. Miles away, hang on, we got the bridge. Watch your speed as we take the junction onto Port Road. It should be a clear run to Dalbeattie. Doesn't appear to be making any difference to the speed or the pressure. I'm not sure what that means. Doesn't affect the pressure, it's possible. Point of the side is over here. Yep, I managed to get myself completely turned around there. According to the map, that's a route off towards somewhere. According to me, I'm now completely lost. Yeah, let's do this. I don't know how to make it go any faster, and it just appears to be going slower and slower and slower. And I don't know why. I have it as, I don't know what you want. You want more coal? More water? What do you want from me? I don't get it. It is just basically grinding itself to water. And I don't know why it's grinding itself to water. I have not a clue why it's grinding itself to a halt. If someone could explain to me why it's ground itself to a halt. That'd be most appreciated, because I have literally no clue why it's ground itself to go 2 miles an hour. With basically no water pressure. I don't know why it's done this. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get to Dalbeattie if it ain't accelerated. Well, the PSI is going back up, that's all quite nice. But the train has basically just come to a complete stop. We're barely out of Dun 3. And it's basically brought itself to a complete halt. And it's just going 0.2 of a mile an hour. I'm not entirely sure what it wants me to do, because I have it on full. Does it turn the coal off? Does it stop giving you water? What do you want? I don't get it. I mean, like, if I put coal and water in, it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's now not accelerating anywhere. It basically ground itself to a halt. And now it's going 0.2 of a mile an hour, and that's it. Let's just destroy the brake. I mean, it's kind of just ground to a halt. I'm not entirely sure what else it wants me to do, other than sort of let it sit there looking a bit stupid, sat just outside of the station. I mean, like, it's moving ever so slightly, but not really enough for me to go anywhere at any kind of speed at all, even a little bit. I mean, like, the boiler pressure's rising, but it's still not actually moving. I think I'm going to call it quits here, put the controls back to simple, and probably have another go at a different scenario later, because this has confused the ever-loving sod out of me. I mean, it's moving, but it's moving at a pace where if I were to complete the scenario to get to, like, here, you can't even see the loco. It's all the way back here, barely moving. Just I mean, like, it said what you see on the junction. I don't think this is what they meant. You know what? I've completely confused myself with the realistic controls. I don't understand it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call it quits there. That's nowhere near the end of the journey, obviously. Dalbeattie is still another 14 miles away. We have to come and get a competent man to come and actually do something with it and raise that boiler pressure, because that boiler pressure is not good. I'm pretty sure the boiler pressure is probably why it's ground itself to a halt. It's still moving because it's rolling down a hill, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was an attempt at Ice Cream Man Part 1. I'll probably have a go at something different next time on the simple controls, so that you'll actually see a full scenario, rather than an idiot try and work out why he can't get something to work. But yes, that was Train Simulator 2016. I have been Helmet Boy 876? Yeah, 876. I've got a new channel, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. No, I have been Helmet Boy 676, and I will see you in the next episode.